What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, GK Sports. This is the first video I'm doing on this channel, and this is a sports talk channel. So, if you're an avid, sports lover like I am, just this is the channel for you. This won't be like the average, sports channel that is talking about all the, other topics everybody else is talking about. So, we're gonna do a lot of interesting things, a lot of interesting topics, highlight players that maybe nobody else is thinking about. So, really, if you want to come to get sports knowledge, this is the place. Just my history in sports. Basically been watching it my whole life, play basketball and football in high school. That's basically it. Once wrote like a 3,000 word paper on the game of basketball. So that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge. But I also do a whole lot of research because I want to be a sports journalist. So I'm researching constantly. So this will be the channel for you guys. So, let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. You guys got some highlights in the background to look at, but let's talk about this. Something nobody has covered, or not many people have covered. And excuse my stuffiness, the allergies season is crazy, but something people have not covered, not many, is Billy Donovan. Now, in my opinion, Billy Donovan is a huge reason why the Thunder struggled at times, regardless of what Westbrook did, and how they could have gotten, and the reason that they didn't get further in the playoffs. Now, let's start with just dribbling down the court. Westbrook dribbles down the court and just, he doesn't get a fast break or anything like that. Let's just start right there. Just a half-court offense. There's absolutely no movement on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Maybe for a quarter, maybe for a half, but the game as a whole, you have Westbrook dribbling the ball, and if he's not running a pick and roll with Adams, there is absolutely no movement. That's not because Westbrook is a ball hog. That's not because Westbrook won't pass the ball. It's because of the coach. There has to be some type of offensive scheme and offensive identity that he has tried to establish. I can understand if he like tried to run an offensive scheme or try to give the Thunder an identity and it didn't work. But throughout this whole season, I have not seen him try to do anything outside the box, establish anything. I mean, they barely, all the athletic people they have on this team, Oladipo, Roberson with the long wingspan, Steven Adams, who can get up and down the court and is willing to run. They hardly do any fast break. They're hardly out on the break, excuse me. So I mean, they should be they should be doing just if not near the top, the very top by far in fast break points. And I'm just not understanding. And also, there's no cutting, there's no moving, there's no nothing. The defense doesn't have to guard anybody. They just have to stand still and watch Westbrook work. And when Westbrook drives to the lane, he'll kick it out to somebody who's I think their highest three-point shooter is like 35%. I think it's Abrinas. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong. But 35%. So, of course, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I mean, 35% is formidable, but as your best three-point shooter, that's not going to work. Also, why are we not playing Cantor and Steven Adams together more? Like, their games are so different that they will be able to mesh. I agree with the adage in the NBA these days, you can't play two big men that are the same together because they'll just get in each other's way. But Cantor can play center from the outside. He doesn't have to be in the paint. He can hit a mid-range shot. He can hit a three. He can pass the ball. So playing with Steven Adams, that gives you a formidable front line. That can actually score. Because, Steven Adams, he runs the pick and roll great. He has a couple of flip shots and everything like that he can do. So that's again, excuse me for the allergies. That's basically a route that they should have run. And I'm not the only person to say it. Commentators say it and everything. That's basically something that they should have done that they didn't do, or that they that they rarely did. So just like that. You see what we just saw, just like that. Dump offs, everything. That should be happening way more. Cuts to the basket, cuts to the rim. There's too much standing around. I've never seen them try to do something. I've never seen them. Okay, Billy Donovan tried to run this type of offense, or he tried to run that type of offense, like the triangle. I'm not saying they should have ran the triangle. I'm just giving an example of an offensive scheme. The Princeton offense, something. They don't run anything. And they don't get on the break enough. One man fast break, I'm not counting that. I'm talking about the break where it's short passing, cutting to the rim, getting open dunks. You have athletic players, and somehow everybody just standing around in one spot like they did there. And if he misses it, they try to get the rebound, and if he doesn't, they just get back down the floor. Like, he's not putting any of these players in a position to succeed, Westbrook included. That's why I always say this guy is the MVP, because the coaching disparity is not even close offensively between the Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni and Billy Donovan. It's not even close. Just watch the highlights of Westbrook and watch the highlights of just the Thunder. And when they run the floor like they did right there, like I said, look what they get. But too many plays, they just stand around. If it's not the pick and roll, they're just standing around. The ball doesn't touch multiple people's hands, and that's not Westbrook's fault. You don't have a scheme to run. Without a scheme to run, what is he supposed to do but do what he knows, which is take over? When you have a player that's giving you a triple-double, over 30 points, and you're still losing games, that's the coach. What are you here for? You're supposed to put the lesser players in a position to succeed. You don't have to do much with Westbrook. He's a superstar. But the other guys, you have to put them in a position to succeed. And he is not doing that. What I would do, the lineup I would run, me personally, I would have Westbrook, Oladipo, Roberson, Cantor, and Adams. And you can say that there's a lack of a bench, but it's not really the bench. The bench is struggling, but the starters are struggling also. So that would be the starter lineup. That would give them way better chances of scoring when they have to run a half-court offense, or when Westbrook is missing. Give them way more options in the pick and roll. Takes away from the paint, because Cantor, like that, can also hit inside, but he can also hit that mid-range and that three-point shot. If you only give Westbrook the option of the pick and roll, that's what he's going to do. He's going to run a pick and roll and get an open dunk. He's going to dribble up and take a contested shot, because everybody's just standing around. He's not the coach. The point guard is supposed to be an extension of the coach. And in this instance, is really not. So, this is the first take. Excuse me for any bad grammar or just slippage of words, because this is just the first take. But I just wanted to talk about, Billy Donovan and how he's not really held, accountable for, in my opinion, the C- job that he's done. So, I'll be coming at you guys with another video pretty soon. But if you enjoyed that, just like, subscribe, and, the videos, they'll get way better. I'll get more content. But this is just the first video just to tell you guys about my thoughts. So, like, subscribe, GK Sports, and you guys take it easy.